What up, what up? Salvador Brigman here, and today we're talking about how to set up a website for your online business. This could be an e-commerce business, this could be a board game business, this could be a consulting business, etc. I'm going to add my knowledge. I've created a lot of different websites in the past. I actually used to do a web development company where we would build websites and apps for clients. So I have a lot of knowledge on this front. And I'm sort of gonna give you the breakdown here. If you wanna save time and money, how you can set up an effective website. So there are a few different tools out there I will be mentioning on this video. If you want to check out any of them, go down below in the description and I'll include a link to all of them. So the first thing that I want to say is it depends on your coding level. It depends on your familiarity with actually programming or setting up a website. So to give you an example, you could obviously at the very bare bones have a custom website, custom HTML, custom CSS, maybe custom PHP, gonna be your most expensive option by far. I would not recommend going with this unless you're a really professional firm with a really big web development budget. And the other downside here being that if you have a friend set up a custom website for you, they're only gonna be the ones who know how to edit it. You're not going to be able to edit it without their help. And it creates a dependency on them. It creates a dependency also if you need edits, you have to pay them. So it's important to keep that in mind. If you do have a little bit more, you have some website knowledge, a little bit of website development experience, I think the best solution out there for you in that case is WordPress. And WordPress powers most of my online websites, whether it's my blog. I have a few different blogs that I use WordPress for. I've set up e-commerce websites for clients in the past using WordPress and WooCommerce. I use PHP BB for my forum, but WordPress for me has been the best way to set up a website that I want a lot of customization ability with regards to. So I can install plugins that extend the functionality of the website. I can install really great looking professional themes that make the website look like it costs thousands and thousands of dollars to create. So there are a lot of themes out there. There are a lot of plugins out there that you can use to make this website look just spectacular. And even in terms of the themes and the plugins, not only are there a lot of free ones, but there are also really robust premium plugins and themes. So for example, I've installed Opt-in Monster on my own website as a pop-up to capture email leads. Or I have other premium plugins that I've installed in order to improve the functionality of the website using things like OptimizePress in order to sell online courses or to create landing pages. Like there are a lot of different plugins and themes that you can use to customize a WordPress website. But if you don't have that level of coding knowledge, or you're not willing to learn a little bit in order to get started, I actually do think anyone can honestly set up a WordPress website. It's really easy to do nowadays, but it will take, you have to do updates. You have to make sure that your themes and your plugins are updated, etc. So it takes a little bit of maintenance. If you want to go the next route in terms of much more automated, much easier to set up, I would by far of all of the products out there recommend Squarespace. So there's things like Webs, there is Wix, there's a lot of different website builders that you can use to set up a website. Squarespace to me, of all of the options I've looked into, is the best by far in terms of design, in terms of looking very professional, in terms of being easy to use on the back-end dashboard. Squarespace is what I would recommend looking into if you have zero knowledge when it comes to setting up a website, when it comes to coding, when it comes to dealing with maintenance. And in addition, you don't have to install any updates when you use something like Squarespace because it's what's called software as a service. They do all of the updates for you. They make sure that everything works perfectly. They make sure it's SEO optimized. All these different things they help you with. And there are a lot of other ways you can also improve the actual website, investing in premium themes, etc. So I would look into Squarespace if you don't have a lot of knowledge on the web development front. And lastly, if you want to set up an e-commerce store, if you want to set up an online store where you're selling products, you're selling, it could even be digital goods, but there's something that you're trying to use the website for. You're trying to sell things to users or to visitors. I would highly recommend looking into Shopify. Shopify, in my opinion, is the best e-commerce solution out there, particularly for newbies or people that don't have a lot of experience with e-commerce and web development. So Shopify, there are also extensions and other themes that you can use to improve the functionality of the website. Gives you a lot of information on statistics, gives you a lot of visitor tracking, all of that kind of stuff you can use Shopify for. And while there is a small monthly cost, same thing goes with Squarespace, there is a monthly cost. Same thing with WordPress, you have to host it on something like Bluehost. There is going to be a monthly cost associated with. And even if you do a custom website, you're going to have to pay the developer to maintain the website, to upgrade it, to make sure everything is running smoothly. So there's going to be a cost related to that. Shopify, for the amount of, I would say, functionality, but also the ease of use, it's a pretty good deal for your money. So I would recommend looking into Shopify if you're trying to run an e-commerce store. But that's sort of, in a nutshell, my thoughts on creating a website for your business. You actually don't have to create a website nowadays to get started. You know, you don't have to set up this full-blown website. If you want to begin to land customers, you want to begin to build your email list. You can also do something very simple like a landing page. Using software like Lead Pages, it will enable you to create a landing page that looks professional, and it's going to optimize for an email sign up, for a lead, for people to actually hand over their email address so you can market to them in the future whenever your website is up, or whenever your product is out, or whenever your Kickstarter campaign has been launched. So if you want to check out any of these tools that I've mentioned, go and check out them in the description of this YouTube video. But if you did enjoy this video, give me a thumbs up, let me know, and of course, come subscribe if you want more videos like this. Again, my name is Sal, and I'll see you next time.